the message when we send someone to torture, we are sending actually a strong message to all the government in the world that it is okay to torture. I was very, very outraged by the message of Dick Cheney this morning, hearing him saying that, well, the torturing people saved us lives, and there are no terrorist attacks since. First of all, from a very rational and scientific perspective, I don't think this is true. Instead of going forward and seeing improvement, trying to denounce cases, security cases, and denounce the use of torture, that some people thought that it will be over after the declaration, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 60 years ago, but unfortunately we found ourselves trying to push this new pressure initiated by what the American called the global war on terror. As someone who lived through the ordeal of seeing my husband sent to a country where he was tortured and then coming back, not because the government was really willing, but because the Canadian people and the human rights organization and a lot of also some politicians were putting pressure on the government, so he was able to be back. You think that the torture is over once you feel safe, but I don't think it stopped there. I think people's life were kind of hijacked by torture once it happened. Sending someone to torture is bad. Sending someone to torture is immoral, but it took us a lot of struggle to be able to see, for example, Justice O'Connor in his report saying that, and also Justice Yakabuchi also confirming the role that Canada played in sending people in torture. It is very much known, documented, that people who are tortured are victims, and even if they are guilty, I think it put our Canadian system and maybe the American system also now in a very big problematic situation, where even if they were able to extract information from those bad people, this information can never be used and checked in front of a court, at least a real court and a legitimate court. It is always, I think, important for us to remain vigilant and to keep pressuring this government to do their homework and to stop sending people to get tortured, and also to bring people home so they can avoid being tortured, and also to be a model in fighting torture by taking the lead, which is so far, unfortunately, not the case.